everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to the Dice Tower. And today we're talking about my top 10 pirate games. Now I did this about 4 years ago, but it's time for an update on this because there's several new games on the list. Now I like pirates, not really. I mean, if I knew pirates back in the days when pirates were in their glory times, I know there's still pirates today, I probably would have highly disliked them. But the romantic idea of a pirate is silly and fun, and it's fun when games are about them. So here we go. These are my 10 favorite pirate games, and I kind of leaned into the theming of this. There's a lot of pirate games out there that don't feel very piratey to me because they're about other things. Like Jamaica didn't make my list, but that's all about a racing game. There's pirate stuff in it, and it could have made my list, but I put these 10 games on instead. Number 10 is Sea of Legends. This could be number 1, but it's not currently. That's because the app for this game, and this game heavily leans on an app, it was, at the time of me playing it, was not fully developed. I've heard they fixed it, and I'm waiting for more and more updates, and then I'm going to give us one another world. Maybe it will shoot to the top. But in Sea of Legends, it's essentially a sandbox game. It's very fantastical pirates because there are skeletons and things moving all around the place, and in fact, that's kind of my favorite way to do pirates. But you have a pirate, you have a nemesis, you have a lover, you have different evil factions, and you can go around and do what you want. You can go do this quest, that quest, over here, do this, get a crew, get a faster ship. So much. Bad rule book, bad app. The app's being improved. I'm sure they'll fix the rule book at some point. So this could go up from number 10, but it's on the list because of its sheer potential. Number 9 is an expansion, and that's Time Stories Brotherhood of the Coast. Now, I can't talk a lot about this. Time Stories is a game in which you go back in time and you keep replaying the same story over and over again. This specific expansion was a pirate one, and it is for sure pirates. There is lots of piratey stuff in this one, and I have a few small problems with this expansion, as I do with many of the Time Stories expansions, but there was also a lot of cool things in this one with spoilers! Anyway, Time Stories Brotherhood of the Coast. Number 8, we have A Tale of Pirates. This is a cooperative game that also uses an app. Go figure. There's going to be a lot of that on this list, I think. And this, you have a big pirate ship, and pirates are attacking you from all different sides, and you are real-time fighting them off by using timers. Flipping timers to take this action, flipping timers to shoot the cannon here, flipping timers to move the ship this direction. It's cooperative, it's fun, it's a game a lot of people haven't talked about, but I'd highly recommend it. Number 7 is Pirates Cove. I believe this may be the oldest game on this list. It was actually reprinted by Days of Wonder, and that reprint is almost 20 years old at this point, but it is an excellent game. Great components. You're going to different islands. You are getting treasure, picking up, increasing your ship, maybe fighting other ships, fighting off big pirates, including Blackbeards skulking around, and then going to the treasure island and burying your treasure there. It's very much a lighter Euro-style game, but the pirate theme, I think, is nice and strong. All right, now we're jumping to 6. That's World of Yoho, another game with an app. In fact, this game is the app. In this game, you have your phone. Your ship is on the phone, and you move it around the board, shooting at other ships. You put 2 phones next, you'll see shots shooting from one to the other. You go to port, you'll trade goods in. I mean, this is barely a board game because, yes, it has a board, yes, it has rules, and then the rest of it is on your smartphone. Now, it's not perfect. It does drain the batteries on the phones to some degree, and while I'm trading at the port, everyone else is sitting there waiting for me to take my turn, and yet despite all that, it's so cool, it's so neat, and visually thematic. World of Yoho. And that was number 6. Number 5 is Black Fleet. Black Fleet is a very interesting game because in this game you control a merchant and you go around and you deliver goods, but you also control a pirate and you move that pirate around to go attack other people's merchant ships, and you also control the royal fleet who go around and attack other people's pirates. It's very simple, very light, very fun. You're playing a card that lets you move all 3 things. So you're kind of doing 3 things: chasing pirates, being a pirate, and running from pirates. I love that combo. A really cool game, Black Fleet. Number 4 is Treasure Island, the classic story, of course, and having been done on movies and TVs so many different times. And in this game, you are searching for treasure. It is a deduction game where one person is playing Long John Silver and everyone else is playing the people trying to find his treasure. And it's hidden somewhere, and you're using tools like a compass and an astrolabe or whatever the different tools are to figure out exactly where the treasure is. With amazing artwork from Vincent Dutrait, it just comes together in a very piratey way. Number 3 is Libertalia. Libertalia, which I've heard rumors that it might get reprinted. Who knows? As it is, still a lot of fun. A big deck of pirate cards each player has. You will use 9 of them each round. Everyone starts with the same 9, and you add 6 each round that everyone gets the same ones. They're going to be different every game. Each one has a special ability, but you determine the order you play them in, trying to outthink everybody else. The pirate artwork is pretty strong. The interaction between the cards feels very piratey. It's a lot of fun. Libertalia. Number 2 is Rum and Bones, Second Tide. Rum and Bones was a good game. Rum and Bones Second Tide, the second version, I thought was even better. There's a conversion kit where you can play the first one with the second rules. In this game, you control 3 pirates, or more, depending on how you're playing the game. You have different pirates that have special abilities, and then loads and loads of just basic boring pirates who are running at your opponent. But they all have different, based on what faction you're playing. Lots of miniatures. It's a CMON game after all. This is a MOBA style game based on the MOBA video games. And I wasn't too sure about it when I first heard about it. Like, my pirates are just running towards yours? That doesn't make any sense. But in gameplay, it's a lot of fun as you move these different people around, and the factions are so unique and different and funny. Again, it's this fantasy pirate world, but I love it. But my number 1, very easy choice today, Forgotten Waters. This is one of the newest games on the list, but it is fantastic. Again, uses an app, but does so in a really fantastic way. From Plaid Hat Games, in Forgotten Waters, you are on a pirate ship. You're one of the crew members on that ship, and you are working together, and this ship is going around, and you are trying to accomplish goals by flipping through a book, putting workers onto things, but the voice acting on the app brings a story to life. Sound effects and music, the story is well written, and again, it's that pirate and fantastic voyageal stuff just all put together into one game. It's unique. It has a little bit of a sandbox feel because you have a map. I'm like, we're going over here. We'll do this. It uses the crossroads systems where sometimes you're presented with a choice and you have to make a choice and then live with the consequences, and you might not be sure what they are. Great, great game, Forgotten Waters. Those are my top 10 pirate games. There's quite a few that didn't make the list, like Port Royale, Francis Drake, and more. What's your favorite pirate game? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. Arr!